I want, sorry, Hare Krishna. So as you see, you already know what I'll be speaking about, and you can see the title very clearly. But I'll read it out to you. It's The King of Knowledge by Raja Vidya. So, well, yeah. As you know, I can't read out all of the descriptions in the text because of copyright. But this is what I'll be reading about, obviously. But the topic I'm really covering is this one. This one that's highlighted. Can Krishna promise true knowledge? Question mark. Well, apostrophe question mark. And that's the title right there. And also I'll be speaking with you about what about Raja Vidya with this title as well, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does. I might not spell the right spelling here, but it's what I've seen on the book, sorry. So let's get started. Basically, let me read this out. Let me sort of like take out snippets of it if I can. But it says, what is this Raja Vidya, the king of education, the summum bonum of knowledge? It is this Krishna consciousness, full stop. Real knowledge is understanding what I am. And you know, there's full stops in between, but I'll show you. It's from here to there where I'm reading. Well, just the real bit that I'm trying to tackle, not tackle, but just wonder about is this one. I've read it to you already, but I'll read it again anyway. But it says, but what? It says where? Let's go. It's talking about education, and it says about, talking about it's talking about how people go on and receive education, and some of them stop, some of them carry on, and it says here, but what is this Raja Vidya, the king of education, the summum bonum of knowledge? It is this Krishna consciousness, real knowledge, is understanding, it is this Krishna knowledge, it is this Krishna conscious, real knowledge is understanding what I am. Basically, it's basically, to me, what I've read here, it's saying that you can only get two different types of knowledge, either from Krishna or from yourself, where it says what I am, and about Krishna knowledge. What the question I'm wondering about, and the thing I'm wondering about as well, not really a question, but just wondering, where is the evidence for these things, for like Krishna having the consciousness of knowledge, and us human beings having the knowledge of themselves. I know as a whole, Christians not sorry, not Christians, not Christians. I'm not talking about Christians here, but when it um I'm lost now. Um, I'm getting a bit distracted. The Krishna consciousness and the what I am knowledge as well. You know, if you're getting it from getting the knowledge from Krishna, where is the evidence for that? That's what I'm wondering. Where is this knowledge coming from Krishna? Because if Krishna was in a body or godly form, how 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 comes his presence or his awareness can't be present in and evident in today's society, today's world, in this modern age we're living in, our own heads, that Krishna is alive and well, and you know, he's functioning in today's world, and he's a modern day person. You know, since I've been reading all of this book, The King of Knowledge, I know that Krishna's been spoken about as a god, as a warrior, but you know, it seems to me, you know, all these things that we mentioned about Krishna has been about the past, nothing really about the present. What can really help us today in today's society? What can really help us to like strengthen us and just do normal day-to-day activities, and to help our yearning for comfort and peace and satisfaction, and just that real essence of somebody there in our bodies and ever present in our bodies, in our entire being, that you know, you can, you know, there are Christians say that, you know, there's always a presence of God, the presence of Jesus, the presence of God inside of them. You can feel it, and you can feel the presence of the Holy Spirit when you're praying. You can feel the presence of God in you. That's what Christians say. You know, I'm not here to tell you what I believe. I'm just showing you and just asking, you know, if Krishna is real in our day-to-day lives, and was, but that seems to come in my mind. But if he's always, or supposed to be always there, or being conscious of Krishna, that's only in the mind. You know, Krishna being conscious in the mind, that's only in the mind. We need to know what's going on in here, in our hearts, what's really beating in here. If Krishna is meant to be a god, he's supposed to know all things. He's supposed to know what's going on in my heart, in my personal being. I'm supposed to be having a conversation with Krishna. But you know, in my previous videos I speak about how to tell between Krishna's voice and God's voice, Christianity or Jesus, how to notice the difference. So I think I'll move on to the next bit, where it says understanding what I am. Basically, to me, that seems to me that it's talking about the real person, the real human being, just a genuine human being, a day-to-day modern human being. You know, it was talking about, you know, about the it says it is Krishna consciousness. Real knowledge is understanding what I am. So it's about understanding who that person is, that who that human being is. That's where real knowledge is. But you know, if you look across the world, human beings have a limit, and limits to their capabilities. So we can go around and think that, human beings in their flesh are eternal, but you know, as I understand, human beings have a living soul, a living spirit, and that goes on. But it's a case of what we believe, whether there's an afterlife. But it's always a case of, if you want to find out whether God is real, He's just sitting in that quiet place on our own with no one around to influence us in a negative or positive way, just on our own, and just thinking carefully, and just also eventually, it's good to be on your own to think and pray about things, but not always good to be completely alone. It's always good to get good advice from the right people, from people that you might not know, but try and find someone that you can ask about spiritual things. You can always ask me, but that's always up to you. I'm not going to force you. So yeah, that's really all that's really all I have to say. So let me leave it there, but I think I'm going to cover, and I know I have covered some of this before, about Raja Vidya, and I will be covering at one stage the summum bonum of knowledge. I will be trying to cover that, but let me just see if I haven't missed anything. Yeah, what about Raja Vidya? I need to leave that because I think that's going to be a long one, especially with the previous one I've said, the summum bonum. I'll come back to that. So I will write on here to be completed. That's what I write on here. If you haven't heard me say so yet. Open bracket that. So yeah, stay clicked, and I will be finishing this book, the King of Knowledge. So I'll show you how far I am and what I've done so far. It's about that much I've done. Wait a minute, there, and I've still got many more to do, which is about that much, as you can see right there. Well, one day I'm just gonna go all through it in one shot, but it will take time, so just give me time, please. So yeah, before I go, the page I was reading was page 13. Something I'm going to show you as well, just in case I'm not making it up, just in case you think I'm not making it up. So there you go, page 13, and you can see where I've highlighted. I'm not trying to be rude when I highlight this book. I'm not trying to say I don't care about this book, but basically I'm highlighting it just to mark the importance of it, and also I know people mark, all sorts of things, even Bible. So I wouldn't be surprised if Muslims mark their Quran. I wouldn't be surprised if they mark their Quran. But I'm not trying to incite anger against Muslims, but I'm just giving you example. But I could be wrong. You never know.